Good morning, it's me. I'm back and I'm struggling with my camera, sorry. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and it is June 26th, Friday, and I'm so happy to be here with you. And I'm gonna pull up my page here so that I can see. Penny is here. Hello, Penny. I'm so glad that you're here. Oops. I gotta find the right spot here. I'm sorry. How are you? Oh, thanks for sharing. You are just on the ball this morning. I just have stuff in the way here. And Robin is on and shared already. Holy cow, you girls are good. So, okay, I can see comments now. You're good. Oh, good. Did you get back to scrapbooking after the other night, or still just waiting there for you, Penny? Oh, I am excited I have not done this technique. Hi, Sherry. I was so happy to see you this week. I have not shared this technique in a long time. I can't even remember when the last time was I did it. There's probably a lot of people, a lot of my customers who haven't seen this, at least from me before. And I just decided to share today. You'll be in Michigan this week. Oh, that's fun. Cool. It's always waiting. Gotcha. Good morning, Diane. I had fun with you girls last night. It was a good time. I hope you liked your cards. I had fun making them. And Jamie's here. Hello, Jamie. Okay, so Robin, when are you going to be in Michigan this week? And how close to me in Michigan? Do you remember, do you have the paper pumpkin that I could get from you? I don't have any paper pumpkins for you. I have 2 other all-inclusive kits that you could get from me. One is, they're both from last year's catalog. I don't have, well, one of them is a current one from this year's catalog also. The 2 complete kits that I have that you could buy from me, my aunt, oh, that's not a good thing, I'm sorry. So no, I don't have any extra paper pumpkins. Those are something that you have to subscribe to, so unless I ordered extra with my subscription, that's not something that you could just pick up from me. I have 2 kits. One is Notes of Kindness, or something like that. It'll be in Stanton. Okay, gotcha. One is Notes of Kindness. So I'm basically just off 131. I don't know if you've been here before. I would assume you have. Or how long ago, or if you know where 131 is, but I am just off it like a couple miles. So it's close for you stopping by. You could get a new catalog then too. You wouldn't have to pay for shipping or whatever. So I have 2 kits that you can check out if you would like. You also can look in your catalog because they're both current. They're both all-inclusive ones. One is Notes of Kindness. One is I forgot the name of it, and I don't have a catalog right by me. It's the one that has the airplane in it. It's 4 different cards. It's really I fell in love with it when I saw it last year. So you'll have to check out those 2 and see if you like those, because I have those available. So anyway, it would be really nice to meet you, Robin. That would be cool. I'm sorry that it's under those circumstances, though. Good morning, Nancy. I'm glad that you're here. And somehow I didn't see Rachel on here, but I saw Rachel shared already. And Rita is on. Good morning. I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, so reminder, I have on Tuesday, June 30, I have my BOGO sale. So, BOGO is just what it means for other people, for other businesses. Buy one, get one free. What part of Michigan I'm right near Grand Rapids, so I'm like an hour or 45 minutes from Stanton. So I'm south of them, so you don't have to go farther than Stanton. You would stop on the way, or on the way home or whatever. So BOGO is just what it sounds. And Terry is on. Good morning. Buy one, get one free. So with every, all month. Gotcha. With every, well, as much as you buy of my retired product, hi Cindy, as much as you buy of my retired product, you get to choose that much that you, in free stuff of new product. So let's say that you spent $50 on retired stuff. You do need to pay shipping and tax on it. And then you get to choose $50 of brand new product from the new catalogs. And finally, as in you finally made it on time or live or what? Oh, Rachel is on. Hi, Rachel. You get to choose as much. You get to choose $50 of new product, and that is free to you. So, you get your $50 to take home with you right then, and then you wait for your $50 order to come in. Now, if you want it shipped directly to you, you can pay, well, it depends on the, like a $50 order, you'd have to pay a little bit more in shipping, but larger orders, the shipping wouldn't be any different if you wanted it shipped to you rather than coming to me. So, yeah, so anyway, it's a good deal. Stopped working to tune you in. Thank you, Dina. That makes me happy. I'm glad to be an excuse to help you stop working for a bit and take a break. So I know that you want to come, Dina. I don't think that you've told me what time frame that you would like. My morning is almost full. So it kind of needs to be, well, I might have one more spot for 11. I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. So you need to let me know. If you're coming, you need to let me know when you want to come. Okay, so before I move on, I'm going to do my randomizer. I have everybody loaded up that shared, and I get to choose 3 names today because I made 3 cards. I need a pen. Because I made 3 cards on, haha, Kathy's another winner. I made 3 cards, so I'm choosing 3. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I thought that was for me, but you're talking to Dina. Okay, so she's my first winner. Pick another name. So number 2 is coming up. Jamie Rose. Woohoo! I don't remember if Jamie came on yet. Number 2. Now I'm picking one more for my 3rd card. And starting. Itchy nose. Number 3. Yay! Terry is in. You're even on time and you get to win, Terry. Woohoo! How about that? Okay, so now I'm going back to my comments so I can see everything better. Okay. Did you say you're sharing a list of items? I'll take this. Oh, you want the morning one? Okay, I think it's an 11 o'clock one. No, I am not. That is far too much work for me to try to list everything right now. I don't even have it pulled yet. I have no clue. Nope. Oh, good. Hi, Jamie. You're a winner. No, what I had said was, after the sale, if people want to ask me if I have certain things, I can check and they can do that, but I am not doing an online thing. I am not listing. That's impossible right now. That's not going to happen. So I think it's 11 a.m. is the time. 11 to 12 is what I have for you, Dina. So I will put you down for that. All right. So I'm ready to stamp with you. Yay. So if you didn't see in my, thank you for sharing already. If you didn't see in my description of today, I am doing triple time stamping, and I haven't done that in a while. I'm so excited. So it's not a hard technique. There's definitely specific things that you need to do and keep in mind and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to show you what to do. So, I feel like I might need something dark down first, because at least for my first couple steps. And I don't know where I used to have a piece of black cardstock here. Oh, here it is. It's hiding. I haven't used it in a while, but I feel like you need it for just the first part that I'm doing. Okay, just a sec. My chair is being weird. I did not check it. And if I don't fix it right now, we will have a funniest home video. I don't want to be part of that. Okay, so I'm going to put you down to do some stamping. Well, before I do, I'll show you what I'm using first. So the first thing that I'm going to be using, the first stamp set that I'm going to be using for this is Celebrate Sunflowers. So this is part of a mega suite. There are 2 separate bundles that you can get as part of the suite. Even if you don't want the whole suite, you can buy the bundles. The other one is the jars and I don't know the name. There's jars and a jar punch and whatever. So I'm going to be using this for the first one. And the other one, the other card that I'm going to be making is using Forever Fern again. Wait, have I used? Yeah, I've used this. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be using. So, hi Kyra. I'm glad you're here too. Okay, so I'm going to put you down for stamping, but I just want to show you the stamp sets that I was using first. So I need to do my thing here. I need to backwards you, upside down you, and here we go. Okay, oops, sorry. I hate when I make you bounce. Okay, so I told you we're doing triple time stamping. And so you need 3 pieces of white cardstock. I will share my measurements with you later. I always put it, when I edit my video, I put it in the description of what my measurements are. For this technique, the measurements aren't exact. You can choose whatever it is that you want. But so I have these 3 pieces, and what I'm going to do first is take my adhesive, and I'm putting a single little piece of adhesive in the center, and I'm putting it on here. You can't really tell how I have it. I'll put it right here. Wait, I don't think I want it that close. Just a sec. I want to use this stamp, so that's what matters. So I can come down a little bit. Alright, so I used a tiny little piece of adhesive, partly so that I can easily get it back off. I'm doing that with the next one also, using one little piece here. Okay, so I have this. This is almost the size of a card base. And then there's this one right here. I put it up toward the left a little bit. And then this one is up toward the left a little bit as well. Because I'm going to start with actually my greeting, because I wanted this greeting and I want to make sure that it fits well. So this greeting says, "Let's celebrate you." And I'm going to put it right at the bottom. Typically I would do the greeting last, but because of the stamps that I'm using, I'm doing this first. So I'm stamping "Let's celebrate you." Perfect. Okay, so this was black stays on. I prefer black stays on when possible. And it's nice and dark. But for this sunflower, I'm going to be coloring it, and so I need to use Memento. So I have my biggest sunflower here, and I'm going to take my Memento. Whenever I have a block this big, I always leave the block upside down and hold the ink pad and pounce that around rather than pouncing my stamp around. It's just easier to control. Okay, so as you know, all three of these pieces, you can't really see them right now, but all three of these pieces are stacked together. There's just a little bit of adhesive holding in one spot, and I'm going to stamp across the whole thing. Let's see, which way do I want to do it? I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so I'm going to stamp across the whole thing here. Now, because it's so big, I want to press it really well, but I don't want to bounce it. I think I bounced it on my first one that I did. You need to press it really well. You also need to press it because you're going across 3 layers. So even if you didn't have a big stamp, you still want to press it well. Okay, so here is my stamp so far. Now, as you can see, this is part of the reason why you want to press it well, but there's an answer for this that you don't need to worry about. As you can see, there's this border right here between the layers. That is normal, and we will be doing something to cover that up, and but that's also why you want to press really hard, so you're minimizing this border so that it's as small as possible. Okay, so I also want to do 2 of the smaller sunflowers as well, so I'm gonna do one of those here. When I did the first one, I don't think that I pressed this one very well. And one of these here. So as much as you can go across more layers, the more stunning this technique is. And I want to do 1 leaf, I think. There's green there and there. So I'm going to put the leaf over here. Okay, so here's my piece. All right, I'm going to cover this up. I'm done with this. I'm done with that. Okay, so at the risk of, this isn't dry yet, at the risk of having it not be dry, I'm still going to at least do this tiny little sunflower so you see what I did to get my colors. Do I need to take this off now? Is that better? All right. All right, so the colors that I chose for this, I didn't want it to just all be one color, and I chose Daffodil Delight in dark, Daffodil Delight, and then dark and light Mango Melody. Okay, so I'm starting with the Mango Melody, and I had to do it. Remember, you want to do small areas when you're using a Stampin' Blend. So on this big one, I would do like 1/4 of the sunflower at a time. For the small one, I can work quickly and go around the whole thing. And so I'm just kind of, I'm starting at the inside of, the sunflower, with the darkest. So that's the dark Mango Melody. Now I'm doing dark Daffodil Delight, and I'm just kind of pulling out. Now this technique, the triple time stamping, is a little bit harder when you're trying to blend across layers. That doesn't work very well, but I'm managing. Okay. Then I need the light Mango Melody, and I'm going to pull that out to the end. Sorry, I get quiet when I color. That's so annoying. Okay. So here is part of my sunflower so far. Now I'm going to do the leaf. This has one leaf that's showing right here. I always start with dark. Some people start with light. I'm starting with dark, and I'm kind of getting some of the veins of the leaf. And then I'm going to blend it in. Now, I don't think that I shared this yet. I'm doing this, hi Kathy, you're late and you won. I don't think that I mentioned this yet. I'm just showing you how I'm doing this coloring on my small flower, because I don't want to take the whole time to do this flower. I have another one that's already colored. So this is dark soft suede, and this is light soft suede. So I'm circling around it, starting in the center and circling around. And if you want it darker, then you can go back and add darker, which I do. This isn't as much as I want. Okay, so this is, here's my little sunflower that I did. So just to remind you, I used dark Mango Melody, dark Daffodil Delight, light Mango Melody to pull the color dark to light, going from inside to outside. This is Old Olive, I forgot to tell you that, and then this is Soft Suede. Okay, now I'm going to show you. Here's a completely done one. Okay, I did all my coloring on all 3 of my flowers that I have here. Okay, now shows what we're gonna do to finish the card and to get rid of the border that's around here, where there's kind of no stamping. There's coloring because I colored across that border, but there's no stamping. So we're going to take layers. My layers, I always do 1/4 of an inch bigger than what the layer is that I'm going to put behind it. So remember I told you that I did just a single tiny little spot of adhesive. So when you twist it, even if you rip it a little bit, that's okay, because you're going to be putting it right back on top of it. But if you do a tiny little piece, it shouldn't rip it so much. So I'm taking that first one off and putting adhesive on it and putting it on this a background layer. Now you can decide whether you want all of your layers to be the same color. That's kind of what is traditional. But you could do totally different colors for each layer. For this one, you could even, I think a lot of times the layers tend to be the same color as your card base, but I'm not doing it that way. So I have my last layer here that I'm going to put on my card base. Now for this one, I did not put a border of color. I didn't put this black behind it, but you could. So I have my base now, and oops, it's not working. So I put regular adhesive. Now I just need to line this back up. And lining this back up with my border here, or with my, I don't know what I'm saying. It gets rid of the border. And I just realized my border covers up my Celebrate. Let's Celebrate You. That's annoying. I wonder if I can move it up a little bit. I can't. It won't be lined up. Shoot. Maybe my other one will be better. I didn't think through it enough. I'm gonna have to put put another piece on top of there or something. Thank you for demonstrating this technique. I've seen cards, never knew how to do them. You're welcome. And they're not hard. You just have to remember a couple different things. Okay, and then this one goes right back, and you just line it back up here. And there's my card. Isn't that awesome? So I'm gonna have to put a tag, or I don't know, do something there. That's annoying to me that I messed that up or didn't think through it. I didn't complete my sample before I started this. Okay, so oh no, the other one's gonna be, maybe I'll just have to make a smaller layer for the next one. That might work. An 1/8 of an inch instead of a 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same thing. Oops, I dropped something, I don't know what. I'm gonna do the same thing. So this is a little bit, thank you. I will make it today. That sounds wonderful. You're funny, Nancy. Thank you for taking Dot's place today. So this is kind of traditional, even though I didn't do, as Nancy mentioned, I went rogue and I didn't do same layer all 3 spots. You could do 3 different colors. This is kind of traditional because it's all the whole rectangle kind of thing. I'm going to do one that's a little bit less traditional. And so I have, these are my pieces. So I have, they're all different, and these are very vanilla, so you can see these a little bit on here. So again, I'm going to put a tiny little piece of adhesive, and I'm going to put this on here, and a tiny little piece of adhesive, and put this on here. Okay, so this one's different. You can make your layers. Shoot, I hate that you can't see the layers. Okay, so my square is right here, and then my little rectangle is right here. You can make the layers whatever shape, whatever direction that you want, and you just have to remember to press down well when you're stamping, and make your border most likely a 1/4 of an inch bigger than what your pieces are. You'll have, as I told you, I will give you my measurements later when I edit my video. It'll be up at the top in the description. So now I'm going to use the Forever Fern. And we used these colors last night on a card, and I loved it. So I'm using 3 different greens. There's Pretty Peacock, Mint Macaron, and Soft Seafoam. So I'm going to start with... I'm going to start with my lightest color because of where I want it, and you need to keep in mind kind of where you want your greeting to be. You can start with your greeting, or I always like to see my design first and then have a nice dark greeting on it on top of that. I don't know, there's just something about that quick wow at the end, like you have this bright and dark go against each other, but you know, the dark black against whatever colors you have is always stunning to me. That's probably why I use, well, I want my words to be seen too, but that's probably why I use usually black when I'm doing my words. Okay, so this one is going in Soft Seafoam. It's the lightest, it's my lightest color that I'm using. With something to keep in mind, you can use bold stamps, or these are more of a fine line stamps, kind of. You're not coloring it in, but I don't know, the other ones seemed, you can use bold or you can use line stamps. If you have skinny line stamps, they tend to make less of a border around your pieces, so that's just something to keep in mind too. Okay, so I'm using Soft Seafoam again. Remember, I'm pressing down well. You don't want to rock. and you don't want to pounce, but you want to press it well so that you're making as minimum of a border. I can't see this. There we go. A thing came up. As minimum of a border as possible. All right, mint macaroon is going with this one. And I'm gonna go right here. Remember, as many layers as you can go across, the better. Okay, then Pretty Peacock. I feel like this is my favorite stamp in this set, and I love it with Pretty Peacock so much. Okay, so we got this. I remembered last night, I don't know if this is true or not, but one of you told me that these are eucalyptus leaves, and I'm kind of loving them. So I'm kind of coming from the top too. Just totally decorating here. I'm going to come do one more of the lightest one up here. Oh, I was too quick on that one. I didn't press it well. It's an easy habit to forget to do. Why that matters is the quicker that I am, the bigger my border is. I'll show you in just a sec. Oh, you can't see it. Shoot. Because it's the lightest color. Anyway, because I didn't really press down, this one has a bigger border, but hopefully it won't be a problem because of the mat that we'll put on, or the layer that we'll put on. Okay. So, here's all my, keep getting things in the way of my phone. So here's all my background, and I'm going to stamp, well, I'm done with these. I'm gonna stamp my greeting on here. So I'm grabbing Black Stays On. And this one says, this is part of this Forever Fern set. It says, to a friend that makes me smile. You're funny, Cindy. You can always come back and watch it. Okay, to a friend that makes me smile. And I'm going right on. You might want to do this later after you don't have them layered all together, because sometimes it makes it lumpy or whatever. But so here it is so far. Okay, so I have all my stamping done, and now I just have to do my layers. So this one I did a little bit differently. I'm going to pull this one off. This one came off easier because I just did it. The other one had kind of set more, so I did rip it a little bit, but it was going right back on the same spot, so it didn't matter. So this one is going on Pretty Peacock. Another thing that you could do with this, I just chose not to. I decided to go fairly simple with this. You could use your, you could use layers of dies, like your rectangle dies, or circles, or you could totally do whatever shapes that you wanted to do. So for this one, this card, I did do one more layer here for on top of my card base. So this is Mint Macaroon. Just go back to line this up, and in doing so I cover up the border that I made. Now, I don't usually use dimensionals for this technique because you would take the chance of like showing that border that you created by the stamping that you did. So if you do dimensionals, I would put the your base down. Here's my card. I would put the base down and then pop the vanilla part instead of popping the colored part. All right, so that's all my stamping. So I'm going to pop you back up and show you more closely. Here I am. Okay. My phone doesn't want to stay today. I don't know why. It's like it's getting a lazy arm. Sorry. No, I just keep slipping. Yeah. Oh, that's better. Okay. Okay, so here's my card. Isn't that awesome? This stamp set is so amazing. So it has dies that go with it too that cut out all these, but I don't tend to use my dies so much. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. So that's the first one. Or that's the second one. Let me show you this whatever one that I just made. And here's the first one that I did. So this is triple time stamping. So you can look it up to see other samples and other ways of doing it. Like I saw crisscrossy. There's one really cool, thank you, I'm glad that you like it. There's one really cool one that I saw months ago actually, that somebody asked me about. Add some adhesive to your arm. What? Oh, yeah, add some adhesive to the arm that's supposed to be holding my phone up. Well, I do need it to be flexible, so I can't do that. Anyway, so you can look up triple time stamping on Pinterest to see other ideas, and see other ways of doing things. There was one card, actually I had a customer ask me about it. There were like 5 different layers all over the place. It was crazy, but it was really cool too. So anyway, so here's what I want you to do. Try one yourself. Find a stamp set that you like. Find some colors that you like. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it, Jamie. I didn't even see that you were on here, did I? I saw a different Jamie. I thought a different Jamie was, yeah, because she talked about sending one to Missy, so I knew that was Jamie. I didn't know you were on. I'm so glad to see you here. So make your own version, and I want to see what you make. So post on Dazzled by Stamping Community. I mean, you can post it here, but not everybody can see it because if they don't look at all the comments. So because you can't do, if you just go to my page and you type to do a post on my page, only I can see it unless somehow somebody sees my comment on it or something. It's just, hi Alyssa, how are you? Did you like the flower that I just did? It wasn't pink, sorry. So do your own. Go to Dazzled by Stamping Community, the community group. It's a group, not the page. And post what you make there. I want to see what you do with triple time stamping. It's a fun technique, and it's easy. You can do it with any stamps, any colors. You can make it your own. Just remember that you need your borders to be 1/4 inch bigger on the side and the top for your layers. And you want to, oh good, I'm glad. You want to press well when you do your stamping so you have as little of a border as possible. Remember, I'm just going to show you while I talk. Remember, when you are doing the actual stamping part, your borders are gone. Those aren't put there. You need to have them sized up or whatever already, but you don't stamp with the borders there. You put them on later to cover up. Well, I guess I'm calling them the wrong thing. You don't want to put your layers on while you're stamping. You put those on later to cover up your borders. Make sense? Okay. All right. So glad that you love it. Thank you so much. And I will see you again on Monday. I don't know what I'm doing yet on Monday, but I will be here. And I will see you then. Have a wonderful weekend. And make sure that you let me know what time frame that you want to come to my BOGO sale event. And I'll be working on getting that ready. All right. Have a great day. Bye.